We've all lost an incredible amount of money playing Magic the Gathering, right? A month and some change ago on this account, I posted a YouTube short that did pretty decently, where I talked about the time that I spent $100 on rented sixes and they are now $10. Not a great financial investment in the grand scheme of things, but we live and we learn, and that's the beauty of it. So today, I have a very long clip that got cut from our last episode of our podcast, the Timewaster 9000 podcast, where I talk about other times that I've thrown my hat into the ring of MTG finance and made my co-host Miller try to guess how far off I was from the price that I paid. If you're interested in more content like this, we'd love to make more of it. This one kind of happened out of circumstance. We filmed a really, really long episode and had to cut our intro bit from that episode. We usually try to have like a 5 or 10 minute lead in before we get into the meat and potatoes of things. And this time it was a 35 minute lead in, and then we got really into the meats and potatoes. Well, there's just so much meat and so much potato in our tier list episode that it's kind of ridiculous. So, as a special little treat, I've taken that cut content, I've uploaded it here. Hope you enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, they're gonna throw me in a big pit and they're gonna start poking me with pitchforks until I bleed out like a stuffed pig. To the troops.
All rise. Oh, yeah.
That was a clean one.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna spill it.
This might be our first mishap-free soda.
I'm saying.
On the entire podcast. All right. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. I worked hard.
I've got a bit prepared for you today,
yeah,
as I usually do. I try to bring a little game for you to play before we start getting into the meat and potatoes of the episode.
I love games.
So, I don't know if you noticed this, but we had a video do pretty decently on Shorts the other day where I talked about eating shit bad on a Magic card. And I'm talking horrific.
Yeah.
Orders of magnitude. And TCG Player has this really cool function where if you check your order history, it shows what you paid for the card. Not what it's worth, but what you paid
my.
For. So I went back in time to the good old year 2020. Started going through some old
good year.
Great year for card games. A lot of card games to be played in 2020. I was buying cards in 2020 because people were still kind of playing games on my game shop that I worked at, and things started to slowly pick back up towards the end of the year. People started going to weeklies, and my friends were begging me to wear a mask to go to the shittiest game store I've ever been in. And I was obliging them by
to go hang out with like 9 people that should probably be wearing a mask every day of their life.
Yep. So bought some cards. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it's normal.
But the market of Magic the Gathering fluctuates so strongly all the time. So
it's fickle.
It's fickle. It's a fickle mistress. I have the wrong slide open right now. We're going to episode 11 slides.
Yes.
All right, cool. Just making sure you're in the right place. You can just hit the slideshow button.
Squandered resources.
This segment is called Squandered Resources, named after a card of the same name. He traded sand for skin for rhino pills or whatever.
And rhino pills for a parlay on the Knicks.
Yeah, and in the end, he traded the parlay for sand. Yeah. It's going to hit sometime. Squandered Resources is a segment where I have prepared a few cards to show Miller, and I will show him the card, and he has to tell me how much I paid for it and how much it is now.
Okay.
Closest you can get. You don't have to be right on the money. The closer you get, the more impressed I'll be for either of them. I will say there's no trick questions in here. Every single one of these cards, the price that I paid for it is different than the price it is now.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to assume we're not up on any of them.
Let's find out.
Okay, all right.
So the first card we got here, OG Lorwyn Cryptic Commands.
Oh my.
And I'll give you a little bit of context for each of them as a little hint. This one I bought 4 of for the original build of Teamer Rhinos.
Wow.
So what people, if you're not super tapped in, Teamer Rhinos was a modern deck that leveraged the ability of Cascade cards to cascade into something that was not a very high mana cost, and you're vaping, and the YouTube is going to fucking kill us.
What do you want?
You would leverage the mana cost of your spells in your deck so that you would all have your things be above 3 mana, and you play like a blue, red, green kind of tempo-y, stompy deck where you interacted with their board and then put a really big threat into play, and you would kill them over a lot of turns. And the big restriction was that all the stuff in your deck had to cost 3 or greater. And in the original build of the deck, everybody was like, yo, you know what costs 3 or greater? Cryptic Command, the coolest card ever.
Yeah, we love this card.
It's blue to pitch to force negation. It counters a spell. It does all the things. It does. It's a Swiss Army knife.
You know what's really funny about Cryptic Command is I remember this was like literally right before Rhinos, and Blue White Control was already off it.
Yeah, this card sucks.
Where they were like, and I remember somebody, because I hadn't seen Blue White Control in a minute, and I was talking to somebody about it, and they were like, yeah, I'm playing it. And they're like, thinking about putting the Cryptics back in, maybe like 2 of them. And I was like, back in? And he was like, oh, I haven't played this in like months.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
That card does everything.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean?
No, that card does nothing.
And then he just looked at me and was like, too slow.
Yes.
And I was like, oh.
Here's another thing. Triple blue is fucking impossible to cast, bro. You could be a 2-color deck, and it's just still, I'm looking at basic planes. Like, I'd swear to God, but motherfuckers were playing Mystic Gate and still like, dude, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. Cryptic Command, for those not tapped in. 1 blue for an instant from OG Lorwyn.
3 tiers.
Choose 2. You get to pick 2 of any of these. Counter target spell, or return target permanent to its owner's hand, or tap all creatures your opponents control, or draw a card. Funny thing about Cryptic Command is there's 2 targeted modes on this and 2 not targeted modes on this.
True.
If you target something with this and then that target is illegal, the whole spell's countered. So if you have 2 targets, that's fine. If they illegitimize one of them, then you don't get it got as bad. So if you counter their spell and then try to bounce their land, they'd have to blow up their land somehow and get rid of the spell you're trying to counter or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you go counter spell, tap your team, if they just like put the spell back in their hand somehow, then the team's still untapped.
Yeah. It's also, I think this is, at least it used to be, it was a great learning card. It's a lot like people trying to bolt Tarmogoyf teaches you a thing in that the Tarmogoyf is not going to die.
Yes, if you are playing with Tarmogoyf and there's no instant in the yard and you try to lightning bolt it and it's a 2/3, it will not die.
Yeah. But the lesson that you learn when playing against Cryptic Command is if you have the team, right? Like you have stuff on your board, just go ahead and swing and cast your shit in main phase 2. Do not cast it in main 1 because they're going to go counter your spell, tap all your guys. Yeah, and you're
when Cryptic Command was good, your most important like goal at all times was don't get fogged.
Yeah. All right. My guess for how much you paid for these.
I bought 4 of them.
4 of them. And they were all this version?
They were all OG Lorwyn because I'm not broke. I'm not some sort of peasant. I'm not going to play with iconic masters or modern masters.
I'm going to start off a little conservative here and say 25. And then how much is it now? I am going to go with like $5.
You want to go next?
Yeah. Let me see.
For moderate play copies of this card, I paid $28 a piece.
Yes, I'm on it.
So kind of beat up, but $28 a piece. Nothing to scoff at.
How much we got them now?
$5.
Ooh,
right on the money.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not good though. I fucking stunk it up, bro.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one.
It was so awful because the card was unplayable when I bought it for $28. And people are like, guys, Rhinos is finally the place where you play Cryptic Command. So I bought it.
We found a home.
And then after they took it out of Rhinos, everybody's like, wait, there's nothing.
Yeah, well, actually, you can't play this shit anywhere. This card's not good.
Cool cube card.
Great cube card.
Cool cube card. Fun commander card. That's about it, though. I'll say.
Pretty much.
This card used to be so much, though. Oh, my God. This card used to be like way more than $25.
It used to be good.
So we're moving on to the next one if you're ready. Force of Negation, another card that I bought for Rhinos, and I bought 4 of them. Force of Negation
fits nicely into the Cryptic Command slot.
It's very good in that deck also because it's a counterspell that you play for free. So you tap all of your big dumb mana to pay your big dumb spell, and they play another thing, and you're like, what? I actually was kidding. I have another thing to do. Yeah. Force of Negation for those not tapped in. 1 blue for an instant. If it's not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Miller?
I'll be so for real. I didn't know it exiled it.
Dude, it comes up a lot.
Oh yeah,
Very
I bet.
important.
I just like completely forgot that it did that.
The amount of times that you would just be like, well, if they've got it, they've got it. And then they force a negation, and you're like, ooh, I wish they had anything else.
Yeah, I wish it was some other shit.
No.
I'm never getting this back.
Miller,
how much did you pay?
This card, when I bought it for Rhinos had just gotten popularized by Modern Horizons 2 cards.
Mm-hmm.
So Force Negation had not seen a reprint.
Yep.
Was officially like a year or two old at this point, and was playable in a 4 of in Rhinos.
I am going to go... I'm going to go 40... I'm going to go $46 a piece.
For...
How much you bought it for?
Okay, and how much are they now?
17.
Okay, we're a little far off on this one. Miller, I want you to know you can't be mad at me.
Oh my God. Uh-oh.
I paid $95 a piece. One of them I checked. I bought 3 for $95. I bought 1 for $98.
Oh.
$98 US a piece for Force of Negation. You had to play 4. So that's $400 down the drain.
With tax and shit.
With tax and shipping on top.
Jesus Christ.
If you hit the next slide, you can see how much they are now. $40.
Okay.
Not that bad.
Well, pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Not $17 bad.
A 50% loss isn't as crazy as every other one that I've described so far. Which has been,
you know what? Do you still have all of them?
Yeah, I got all 4 and I still play with them.
Then you haven't lost money.
Let's remember, the percentage loss doesn't matter when you think of it the way Alex does.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
Also, as an addendum, this is my philosophy for a lot of Magic cards, and you can call me stupid if you want to, but in the end,
You're stupid. Sorry, what? So continue the point.
It's not very nice.
You told me to.
When I buy a Magic card, I look at the number that is attached to that Magic card, and I go, that is the price to own this. That is not the value of this asset. That is not my stock investment. That is, if I would like to own a real copy of this card, I have to pay the subscription fee of the one-time $95. And then everything that happens after that, at any point, this shit could go fallout. And bottle caps are the new money.
It's true.
I don't give a shit. And cards are toilet paper. And that's happened a lot of times, as you can see already. So if I just fully already take the loss as soon as I buy it, who cares what they drop to?
It's true.
People in the comments do. The answer is they care a lot. They think that I'm stupid, or they think that sometimes people were in the comments saying, actually, I lost even worse. Well, my favorite thing that people would do is they would say, yeah, I actually paid more than you did and then traded it for something that appreciated 3 times in value. Somebody said they got opened like a foil Ren and 6 and then bought 4 regular ones, and I was like, that's funny. And then somebody, I think, said I got a Ren and 6 in my pre-release and I sold it and bought an elf deck. Just bought a whole
just whole ass deck.
Just bought a deck that I play with.
Yeah.
I'm like, fire.
Yeah,
Actually dope.
Much better. I've always viewed cards as I don't care about the value even a little bit. I'm the same way, where I'm just like, I just want it because I want to use it.
Yeah.
And I need it.
It's a game piece.
And then anytime I have ever gone to sell anything, I just don't care even a little bit about the money I am getting from it.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, free money.
Because once I have decided to sell it, I'm like, well, sitting in my binder, it is $0, and I'm not playing with it, so that also might as well be $0.
Yep.
And then if I hand it to this man that will give me money, any amount of money, and I will say yes.
Infinite percent increase.
Yeah, I'm just like, it doesn't matter.
Or
I give them away to people. I like giving people cards.
Dude, I genuinely, gift giving is such a miraculous thing that you can do in this game. I told Sophie the other day, one of our editors, Sophie, I told Sophie the other day, she was like, I'm thinking about getting a commander deck like a precon or something like that. I was like, I'll just build you one. I'll just put one together and just give it to you. I don't give a shit.
Happen. There's
got to be 99 cards that I own that if they disappeared forever, I would not notice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think bit I like doing.
I know what you're about to say. This is a good bit.
So a while ago, a friend of mine was going to a CEDH tournament, otherwise known as Mario Party.
Competitive Mario Party.
Which actually
Melee with the items on.
might be more competitive. But going to a CEDH event, and they want to play green-white stacks. They want to play hay bears. And I've played a lot of green-white.
Got a lot of the sideboard.
Got a lot of
cards.
sideboards that would fit that description. And so my friend's like, I would love a Gaddock Teague and a choke. And I was like,
You've definitely got those.
oh yeah. Dude, nothing feels better than playing the matchup where you get to just side 8. Where you're like, these. And then if you see any of them, the game is over. But so I like pull them out of my binder, and they're like, do you want anything for these? And I was like, you can just have them. Because, like, I'm never going to play them again. They're, just you go nuts. But I was like, but first, it's I took the Gaddock Teague and I folded it in half.
Hot dog or hamburger?
Hot dog, just down the middle. Just nice crease, and then I folded it back the other way.
So it fits in the sleeve.
So it'll stay flat. And I'm like, they're like, what the fuck? And then I am active while they are like, what the hell are you doing? I am taking the choke and biting down on it as hard as possible, and there's a clear outline of my teeth in it.
Just doing like a denture mold basically into the thing.
And all this is to say, I was like, now you have to play with them.
Better double sleeve them too.
No selling now. They're not worth anything.
Just somebody's like, can I borrow cards from a tournament? Yeah, you can keep them. Poop. Just write poop across the front of it. It's yours now. I signed it.
I was like, now these will permanently have my mark upon them. I love damaged cards.
Dude, they're
like
so
horribly fucked up damaged cards.
I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I do have a small Pokemon card collection, and it is all damaged cards. I collect PSA 1s, and I have got so many cards where you look at the front and you're like, that looks fine, and then you flip it over and it's like, what the fuck happened? Like, how do you even get here?
My favorite one of them is the one that is just the foil layer.
Yes.
And like when you look at it in a binder, you're like, what's up with this one? And then you go
turn the page.
You turn the page and the card isn't there. It is roughly 15% of the card.
Yeah, it's one half of a Solgaleo GX, and then the back of the card is the next slot in the binder.
Yeah.
So was that a card effectively made into 2?
Yeah, it's 2 cards now. I'm getting more bang for my buck. I got 2 cards on my one. Do you want to look at the next card and see if we can do some more guessing? Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger.
What were you playing this in?
A really, really bad black-red unearthed deck.
Was it the blight? No,
that was
elemental list. I love that deck.
That deck is really cool. I want you to know right now that deck was better. That's how bad this was.
Better than this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was 4 Season Pyromancer, like some number of Croxa, 4 Sedgemoor Witch. I think this is post looting ban. I forget if it was or not, but it was just like black-red mid-range with like Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Just damn near a popper deck.
Yeah, like popper deck, but every card is a rare somehow.
Yeah.
And you were just like sitting there 1-for-1ing to death. And sometimes you 2-for-1. You get a K command off every once in a while.
It's true.
But like a lot of like, man, when I unearth this guy off my Dreadhorde Arcanist, you are going to be so pissed. And it was like the first Thoughtseize deck I'd ever built.
Dreadhorde Arcanist, hit for 1, cast my unearth.
There's a lot of cool
cute.
Stuff going on.
I like it.
A lot of cool stuff going on. Getting my ass Veil Summered all the time though.
This ain't Joe Daddy's opt.
Yeah, literally.
Just unearth for some bullshit ass 3 drop.
Get the Croxa back. Get it. You unearth the Croxa. It goes back, so you can do it again the next turn. This deck was bad. But this was 2021, I think. COVID had pretty much. I'm not going to say it's ran its course because that's a little disrespectful.
We'll call it on the backswing.
We're on the backswing. People are showing up and masking. And I'm playing this dog shit black red deck, and I buy like 3 Croxas. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, for those who don't know, is the counterpart to Uro. Not as good, if I can say it. He was fine.
No, it isn't.
He was, but not as good.
Pretty good, though.
Pretty good. It's a 2-mana 6/6. Whoa. Black-red. When Kroxa enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it was escaped. Damn. All right, I get rid of my 6/6 immediately. When Kroxa enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. So
You got to give it something good.
you have to pitch a spell, and if you don't, then you lose 3. And then you can escape it for black, red, and then exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. Escape is you can cast it from your graveyard by paying its cost. So the idea is you play it for cheap. It doesn't affect. Goes to your graveyard. Later you pitch a bunch of stuff from your graveyard, bring it back, and then it sticks around. Miller, how much did I pay a piece on Kroxas? Because this is kind of burying the lead a little bit, but you've seen us play this card in Atlanta Highlander. And that was a format where the whole deck has to be under $50.
Yeah. All right, so this has got to be 50.
$49.99.
Yeah. Well, so kind of my measurement tool here is I'm like, it can't cost as much as Uro did.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's just no way that we were pricing these the same.
Yeah. You'd hope.
I'm going to go with, let's play a little small ball here. I'm thinking $18.
And then how much is it now?
Probably like $4. That's fine. Yeah, I'm going 18 and 4.
All right, so you think that I paid $18 on Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, and that they are now $4?
Yeah.
All right. I paid $23 a piece for Kroxa, lightly played.
$5, but like, we're there.
I think you were close. I'm just saying that like
Paying 23 for these.
yeah, no, this was a tough one. It wasn't even near mint. I didn't even buy near mint copies.
You know, this is silly. This is a card, and I mean this like this, the card itself. I'd pay $23 for one. Like it's the type of card where you're like, if I needed
I just need one.
the cool one of,
Yeah.
I'll pay 23. But if it's like card that I need a playset of, I'd be like, I'm not playing this shit.
I will say I don't think it's on the slideshow. I'm gonna check really quick. It's not awesome. When I was playing Pioneer, I definitely was building red-black because it was like the best deck or whatever.
Yeah.
And I definitely bought 2 Kalitas because I was like, whatever, it's just 2. And I definitely spent like $30 a piece on them. I was like, what?
It's the type of thing where you're like, I only need like a couple.
That one too was like in the matchups that it mattered, if you played the Kalitas, they fucking died.
Dude, that card's beast.
For those not tapped into Kalitas, 2 black. I think he's a 3/4. He's like a legendary vampire.
And he's showing the V-Loan.
Yeah, he literally in his OG art he's showing the V-Loan, and in the new one he's showing you the front of the shirt and there's a picture of Juice WRLD on it. His effect is that he has lifelink, which is already just like fuck you. And then it's whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you exile it and you make a 2/2. So it's like, hey man, if you're playing to the board, fuck you.
In the black red removal tribal list.
So kill that, I get a guy. Kill that, I get a guy.
Yeah.
You can never swing into me ever again. Do you want to see how much I paid, or how much they are now? They are $3.
Hey,
you can get a $3 copy foil.
Near mint foil. Damn.
Right? This is a legendary creature mythic from a pretty good set. You can get a foil copy for $3. This is how you know shit is fucked.
I'm glad that you called that a pretty good set, because I also thought that it was a pretty good set, and I think a lot of people didn't.
I think historically it is impossible not to think that Theros Beyond Death is like fucked up.
It's just
Underworld Breach. So what are we doing? We made a better Yawgmoth's Will.
Underworld Breach is so unreasonable.
Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Uro ruined like multiple formats. What are we doing?
Well,
and then even like the small ball stuff, Dream Trawler, fuck you. Like, what are we doing?
Actually, might be one of the most miserable cards to ever do it.
Yeah, when it matters, it's like kill yourself matters.
Yeah, having that in my cube for a while, and then when I took it out, actually was like one of the biggest, like, what the fuck was I thinking,
yeah,
bro?
wow, the gameplay improved a lot. What happened?
Yeah, this card is miserable.
Oh my god. Yeah, the Kroxa, there's so much shit from that set that's awesome. Ox of Agonis in Dredge. That's
true.
the most like...
Oh, you want to know my favorite?
Hmm.
They have the fixed Labyrinth.
Oh, like
The fixed Maze of Ith.
Maze of Ith, yeah.
So they have the labyrinth, and then they have a minotaur to go with it.
Yeah, there's a minotaur that mentions the labyrinth.
Well, literally what it does is it has a fight trigger, and the way you trigger it is by using the labyrinth on somebody. And I'm like, these are Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics.
Yeah, this is genuinely some fucking Beast Warrior shit. Like,
and
why?
I will tell you right now, if there was any format where I could get away with doing that, 100% that's all I would be playing.
You need to make...
I legitimately thought about pulling up to like Pioneer with this. And just going like, and fucking a billion.
But if it happens a single time, you're like, got my one, fuck you.
I wouldn't even need to win.
Yeah.
It would literally be just activating it and I'd be happy.
Yeah. Like killing any creature that matters with the labyrinth trigger, you just fuck you, die.
Play against Lotus combo 3 times in a row. There's literally never an opportunity.
The Vizier of Tumbling Sands, yeah, that one.
It has to swing.
Oh, whoops.
You have to target it with the... It doesn't work.
Oh, you claim the firstborn there creature and then you activate a little threatened. One thing that I've been doing a lot recently is I will imagine these perfect, beautiful game states in my mind of like, oh, dude, imagine if you could do this. And usually what that entails is that I will imagine a deranged game state that just cannot take place. And I will open up Cube Cobra and I will just play around in the sand for a little while and be like, what if I forced them to?
Yeah, can I purposefully engineer this?
And what I've been doing a lot recently is I will play in the sand for a little bit, and then I will send the link to Brendan, our friend who is actually good at making cubes and playing cubes, and I'll be like, what's up, man? I know you're busy. Do you want to look at this? And I just send it to him, and then 3 paragraphs, and then he goes, yeah, I don't know. This kind of sucks.
And a lot of times
in a very
wrong.
polite way. And he tells me all the ways it could work, and then I think about it for 40 seconds and go, you know what? You're right, Brendan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, appreciate you.
The most recent one I did was
10 seconds later. So what about this one?
Yeah, so what if I made it even worse? The one I did the most recently was I made a tubert that's designed around Sneaky Snacker from MH3. It's blue-black for a 2/1 flyer, and whenever you draw your
snacker.
The Sneaky Snacker,
the cryptic serpent,
the cryptic serpent with my Sneaky Snacker. The concept behind the cube was there's 30 Sneaky Snackers.
Oh my god!
Sneaky Snackers, blue-black for a 2/1 flyer. When you draw your 3rd card each turn, you return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So everybody just drafting, and there's 30 Sneaky Snackers.
Being like, so where's my brainstorm?
And there's, every single one of the cards is just like, do something that puts you in a position where it's good to have Sneaky Snackers, or blow up all the Sneaky Snackers.
Yeah.
Or blow up something that makes the Sneaky Snackers good.
It's a lot like putting Pyroclasm in Dustmourne, where you're like, a lot of face down tutus.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really, a lot of guys running around those kills. Yeah, so you're playing a lot of like, everything gets -1/-1s.
Yeah,
yeah. Flying creatures get +1/+1, that kind of thing. And it
throw a
is,
hurricane in there. Eat.
Yeah. Creatures with flying, those ones. It is like a cool kind of like thing that Cube lets you do, where you get to imagine like, what if you have to play with the labyrinth and you have to play with the Minotaur?
Yeah.
How often does it even reasonably trigger? If I put both of these cards in a format where you would like to play both of them, and it is reasonable that you are going to have both of them in your deck, does it even become a thing you'd want to do? It's like a cool question to ask.
It is. Even if you were living the dream,
would you want to?
Would this even be a thing you'd consider doing anyways?
Yeah.
And
it's like, nah, dude, I'm just going to play Izzet Signet.
There are so many scenarios in Magic where you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just not going to bother.
Yeah, you know what ain't broke? Burst Lightning. Just keep doing that. Just run it back. Next card on our little game. The Wandering Emperor.
What the fuck did you buy this for?
Blue-white control and Pioneer. And I played a lot of it. And I took it to a lot of 1Ks, and I won some money at those 1Ks.
Okay.
This card was very popular in Yorion blue-white.
Yeah.
Cool little trick you could do is you'd flicker your Wandering Emperor with your Yorion. It comes back on the end step, and then you get to activate it again in your end step.
Yep.
Because it just matters if it got entered this turn.
How many of these did you get? I
bought 2, and then my partner at the time bought me another one as a birthday present. But I bought 2 of them. The Wandering Emperor is 2 white for a legendary planeswalker. No type line.
That's true.
3 loyalty, flash. As long as the wandering emperor entered the battle.
Wandering
The Enterer. Oh, here comes the Enterer. Me looking at Coiling Oracle.
Lock your fucking doors. The Wandering Enterer is here.
As long as the Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. +1, put a counter on a creature. It gets first strike until end of turn. -1, make a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. White samurai, huh?
Interesting.
-2, exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life.
Just 2.
It does a little of everything.
Yeah.
It slices, it dices, it creates an honorable Bushido.
Indeed.
I'm
gonna go 31. 31. It's a Planeswalker. It's a mythic. It was playable. I'm going to go with 31.
How much are they now?
I feel like this hasn't dropped too much. I'm going to say this is like a $15 card.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to
So
me.
Wandering Emperors right now, or Wandering Emperors I paid 35 apiece. So pretty close.
Boom!
This card was very popular. It was good in Blue-White in Pioneer. People played it in Standard. Some people who were kind of insane played it a little bit in Legacy, I think. Because
that's crack smoking.
Legacy usually has at least one mid-range deck where it's like the guy who's just like playing 4 Sylvan libraries.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I've got 60 slots.
Yeah, what can I get away with?
The Yorion's in the command zone. Let's get custom.
Yeah.
It's the up the beanstalk problem,
Mm-hmm.
where when given unlimited riches, you're like, well, I could do anything. If everything I touch turns to gold, why not touch anything, even my friends and family? Currently, right now, Wandering Emperors are $3.
Oh my!
Yeah, precipitous fall off there.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big.
A little bit of a 90% fall off on that one. Not great, but I do have all of them still, and I haven't touched them in forever. But I did play them in Canadian Highlander a little bit. This card was kind of fun in the 4-color value piles that I was playing that I thought were interesting.
You could definitely
and fun.
play it in there.
Sometimes the card gets busy. It's fun cube card.
It is a very fun cube card.
Fun
a lot
cube
of
card.
fun cube cards. Cube a lot of times is the retirement home for any card one could describe as fun.
Yeah, you open your pack. There's a cryptic command from Lorwyn. There's a Wandering Emperor from Neon Dynasty. There's a Kroxa, and he's foil, and you're wondering, God, I think I'm going to take anything that's not these. I think I might take a land.
You're like, yeah, so I just want to keep my options open.
Yeah, I think I take Scalding Tarn still. You want to go to the next one?
Oh
I
my
think
God,
this is
there's
the last
more?
one. This is the last one, I think.
Did you pay $55 for Ledger Shredders?
Miller,
I don't know why that immediately jumps out to me.
I will tell you the context for this one.
Yeah.
I bought these pre-release.
What?
So, you know how you can pre-order cards?
No, I didn't know you could do that.
On TCG Player, you can pre-order cards where you go, I will pay the price that you were asking for this card right now.
As soon as you get it.
As soon as you get it, I get them. This is a TCG Player thing you can do.
Oh,
I believed.
that's so scary.
I believed in Ledger Shredder, so I bought 4 of these fuckers.
Uh-huh.
How much
you had good reason to believe in it. It's good.
It's a good card. How much was Ledger Shredder when I bought 4 copies of it?
$55.
And how much are they now?
$7.
You're not going to believe this. You want to hit next for me? I paid $1 a piece
Whoa!
on Ledger Shredders. You want to hit the next slide for me? At their peak, $27. Oh my God! If I sell these Ledger Shredders,
Also,
I
it's
could.
way off as fuck.
Only you bought 100,000.
If only I
and
bought
you have
100,000 of them. I bought 4
$2,700.
Ledger Shredders at $1 a piece, and at their height, they were $27.
Can you imagine how bad the guy that was selling them for $1 feels?
I was playing these in Murktide. I was playing these in Luris decks. I was fucking around with these cards so much. I actually played with these cards so much, I forgot to sell them. That's right. I still own 4 copies of Ledger Shredder. Miller, can you hit the next slide for me? They're $5. So I've made $4 on Ledger Shredder.
500% increase.
500% increase.
Holy.
Still haven't lost.
That's not a bad return.
It's not a bad return.
No,
we made
not
made
at
off
all.
like a
Only you bought
fucking bandit.
5,000
It's true.
of them.
If only I had bought 5,000 Ledger Shredders.
Turn the reverb up. 5,000 Ledger Shredders. Holy.
Thank you for taking a walk down
Yeah, that
memory
was a
lane
great
with me
little
on
segment
Squandered
there.
Resources. And believe me, this segment will return.
You want to know something? I don't know if you know this about me. So I've purchased, as you know, I've purchased cards.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I've played multiple formats.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd even go so far as to say a lot of these decks had some good cards in them.
Once or twice.
I'd even say that, like, you could look at the build as a whole and be like, wow, this is a real mana base. This is, like, real creatures,
Temple Gardens and
interaction and
Windswept
whatnot.
Heaths, yeah.
Yeah. I have never ordered a single card ever.
Off TCG Play, you've never bought a card.
I've never bought a card online. Every card I have ever owned, I've either gotten it directly from a local game store, or it has come out of somebody's binder, or I bought it from like a backpack guy.
You are actually the reason that any of this shit still works. I want you to know that. Like, the fact that I have a job at a card store is because of you.
Yeah, and you want to know what's funny is I will decide about like a card or a list or something, and I will check every game store that is available to me, which is 3 of them. Those are the 3 that I'm willing to go to. And if none of them have it, then I won't play with it. I just don't get to have that card.
I guess it doesn't exist. I've adapted that philosophy a lot recently.
Legitimately, I used to, when I would be building a list, and I would have all 3 of the local game stores that I go to. I'd pull all 3 of them up, search what they have, and then I would put in 3 different orders, and then drive around town, go to all 3 different places. And a lot of time it would be for Pauper, which is a lot of old, stupid bullshit.
Yeah, not a lot of people carrying around the Shadowmoor bulk.
Yeah, like, listen, you can find a Bolt or a Delver. You can find those just about anywhere, right? But if you need some bullshit ass like
Wickerbow Elder.
Yeah, or like a white enchantment
What
from
if there was a white enchantment.
a white enchantment from the dark.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Nobody
just
has
something like
dust to
that.
dust.
Yeah.
Nobody on planet Earth has dust to dust.
They didn't even have them before they were needed and popular.
Yeah.
They just didn't have them.
Nobody's ever owned this card.
And then the demand came and they still didn't really have them.
Yeah. I remember
But-
looking for D-glamours multiple times. Like, nobody has these. Nobody
Yeah.
has D-glamours.
What I would do is I would drive to the farthest away shop, then go to the middle one, and then end at Giga, and then play there. Like that day, I would do my rounds.
Your
for the
hero's
day.
journey.
Yeah.
Your trip to
And
NECA.
sometimes I'd only have like 90% of what I wanted, but I'd be like, this will work.
To be fair, also, I think we uniquely have a privilege that not a lot of people across the country or even in the world have.
It's true.
Georgia has a lot of local fucking game stores.
We got a ton of
and we
them.
mean local.
Yeah.
Like, you may look at 40-minute drive and turn your nose up at that, but that's across the damn street in the grand scheme of things.
It's true. Yeah, for me, let's see. 10 minutes to the closest one.
Which is insane.
30 to the next one, and 45 to the next one. That's like my 3.
I think I'm genuinely
For
30
me, it's Giga, WinCon, and Super.
30 to 45 minutes to every game store in Georgia. Yeah. That's insane. And there's like 7 of them.
Yeah, and there are more. I just don't go to them.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part, right? I just listed 3 that are all within a reasonable time to like drive to, and there's actually like at least 5 more that I don't go to, but I could.
Yeah. Jacqueline was telling me when she went back to Kansas, there were 2 game stores.
Just like total.
Yeah. That's it. And they both sucked from what I remember, but no offense to Kansas game stores.
One of them had beer.
Fire. Wait, okay, so one of them sucked and the other one was epic.
Yeah, and the other was had freaking beer.
Oh my epically God, yes. If you like what you saw today, great. I'm glad to hear it. There's a couple things you can do that would really help us out as a developing YouTube channel. If you could hit the like button to show us that you liked it. Leave a comment with maybe some questions or concerns. If you want to call me a stupid piece of shit because I bet so badly on Magic cards that it's unreal, that's great. If you'd like to ask for more content like this in the future, that would be a great place to do it. Or if you just want to like start a conversation, I'm usually checking the comments. I'll talk with you about whatever if you have a question or just chat it up. I don't know. Let's get the internet forum of the future going, man. I'm trying to establish some deep, beautiful connections with you fuckers. Another thing you can do that really helps us out is subscribe to the channel. The numbers help us get to a bigger audience as time goes on, and also it lets you stay informed whenever we upload a new video. So that'd be great. And if you'd like to be notified whenever we post a new video, you can hit the bell if you're nasty. Besides that, if you want to check us out on social media or find us on other places where we post videos like TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz, you can go to timewaster9000.com. Our lovely producer Jacqueline made a whole website for us. You can find all of our links there. And if you'd like to join our community Discord server, I'll leave a link inside the description. And we're in there chatting about fun stuff all the time. I made some dumb custom emotes in there that you can share on your other servers and show everybody how cool and esoteric and into weird new nuanced stuff. Everybody's gonna think you're so cool and tapped in, and no one's ever gonna question your street cred ever again. It's gonna be awesome, okay? You're just gonna be the coolest guy or girl or non-binary. Or all that said, thank you so much for watching this shorter content. If you want to see more like it, please let us know. Salute to the Goblin Heroes. Abosh.